Hi friends and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. My name is Stephanie and today we're going to talk about, I guess, my priority physical TBR in a way. Let me explain. So about 2 weeks, me and my fiance and our lovely cat Scamp are moving, and I went through all of my physical TBR that I have not read yet, which is honestly over like 150. I know, I'm working on it, I'm getting better at it, and we're getting somewhere, okay? I kept 12 books out for the next 2 weeks, so hopefully I can read them, prioritize them, and anything. It doesn't matter if I read them physically, I can read them on my Kindle or like listen to them. These are just some books that I feel like I might want to read over the next 2 weeks, and so I kept them out. So let's go through them. So, quick little side note, I did actually buy one book and then get sent 3 books since I went through them. So I'm going to go through those 4 books first. So the first one I was sent to by Wattpad, and that is Best Summer Ever by Jessica Consolo, I believe is how you pronounce it. And I'm super excited. It's about 2 cousins and like there's romance, not between the cousins. The biggest party of the summer, one they'll never forget. And honestly, it's summertime now, so what a perfect time to read it. The next one I was sent by Simon and Schuster, and that is Fear Street Prom Queen by R.L. Stine. This was like a dream getting it because I grew up reading R.L. Stine, so like getting this as like an early copy and like a finished published copy was very cool. The last one I was sent to by St. Martin's Press, and that is The Ripple Effect by Maggie North. Honestly, another like perfect summer book. And so I'm very excited for this. The last one before we get into the 12 books that I picked out myself, I did purchase A Study in Drowning by Ava Reed. I've been wanting to read this, but I've been waiting for the paperback to come out because I'm not a huge fan of hardcovers, to be honest. And so I've just been patiently waiting, and I am so excited. This cover is stunning. Like, stunning. Okay, we're gonna go through the 12 books now. The first one is Shallow River by H.T. Carlton. I've heard this one is very like underrated, and when I read a little bit about it, it sounds really good and right up my alley, so I obviously saved it. And then we have Fallen Academy Year One by Leah Stone. Leah Stone. I'm not entirely sure. I also really don't know what this is about, other than I think like demons and angels, and honestly, that sounds pretty cool. I mean, I like supernatural for crying out loud, so yeah. And then we have Ruthless Creatures by J.T. Geisinger. I really don't know anything about this. I believe it's Mafia, but I read Pen Pal by the same author and I loved that one. And so when I picked this one up, I was like, I'm honestly probably gonna like it because I really loved this author's writing style. And so I just saved it out because you never know when you're gonna want a mafia romance, okay? And then we have Enchantra. I'm not entirely sure, but it's by Kaylee Smith. This is the book that comes after Phantasma. I loved Phantasma so much. It was like adult Caraval. I need to get better at my pronunciation, okay? I am sorry. But that's what it reminded me of. And I also loved Caraval so much. But like Phantasma felt like an adult version. And I've heard this one's better. How it can get better, I don't know. But I've heard that it's better. And so I'm very excited for this one. And then we have The Tenant by Frida McFadden. Frida is a hit or miss for me usually. I really liked The Housemaid. I wasn't a huge fan of The Inmate or Death Row, but Never Lie was kind of like in between for me. I didn't hate it, I didn't love it, but it was good. And so I'm very excited for this one. I don't really know too much about it. My fiance did read the back and said that he thinks that I would like it. And I do think it's set in like New York. And so it might remind me of Gossip Girl a little bit. So there we go. And then we have Behind the Net by Stephanie Archer. I feel like this is self explanatory. I've just heard nothing but amazing things about this series. Also, I love a hockey romance, and that's all I need to know. Tension filled, she had a crush on him in high school. Okay, yeah, that's all. That's it. That's all I need to know. And then we have Truly Madly Deadly by Hannah Jane. One thing about me is if there is a like suspense plot, even if it's a subplot, I will read the book in one sitting. Honestly, I'm gonna need some of those within the next couple weeks because I might not have a whole lot of separate like reading sessions, but I might be able to sit down and just binge a book quick because we do still have some packing and moving and all of that to do. And so hopefully I will dive into this and just devour it. And then we have The Vampire Diaries. I have never seen the show, never read the books. I don't know anything about this series at all. I also don't know if this is like the first 2 books because it says The Awakening and The Struggle. So I don't know if it's books 1 and 2 or what that's about, but I'm super excited and I do want to read the books before I watch the show. I think I would like it better if I do it that way. And so I picked it up. Obviously, it was buy one get one 50% off, so that's also a positive. And then we have The Stars Are on Your Side by Jennifer Hartman. Jennifer Hartman is one of my absolute favorite authors. I literally loved Lotus. Lotus is one of my favorite romance books. It is so good. And this is in the same, I guess, universe. This is following Gabe, and Gabe is in Lotus. And so you kind of you know a little bit about what this is going to be about. And I'm very excited. I've been wanting to read this for so long. I bought it so long ago. It's time that I just actually do it and cry. I already know I'm gonna cry. I have Everything We Never Said by Sloane Harlow, another one that has romance, but a suspense subplot, I think. The other one that I read by this author that looks exactly like this was a like suspenseful romance kind of thing. So I'm assuming that's what this is going to be, and I'm very excited for it. And then we have Pucking Sweet by Emily Rath. I literally love this series so much. I really hope my septum was not messed up this entire video. If it was, I am so sorry. Ignore that. I'm so sorry. Anyways, I love this series. I know she's a little bit chunky, but when I read the rest of the series, I think late last year, I was going through like one of these in like a day and a half. So I think I'll be good. And then last but not least, we have Problematic Summer Romance by Allie Hazelwood. Of course, I'm going to save an Allie Hazelwood book. And of course, it's going to be one that's about summer. It's summertime right now, so this just makes sense. And I love Allie Hazelwood so much. And in fact, okay, this is a complete side note, but I'm pretty sure she was just bullied off of Instagram for saying she didn't like PETA and she likes Gail. Okay, one, I am a PETA stan. PETA is my baby. I will protect him with everything I have in me. I hate Gail, okay? Hate Gail. But what I will never do is bully someone as intense as she was bullied off of her own Instagram based off her opinion of a character. That is just so stupid. Anyways, I am so excited to read this book, and I know I'm gonna love it. I think it's age gap. I think it's age gap set in Italy. I'm gonna eat this up. I'm gonna eat it up. But those were all the books that I kept out and I did not pack up. So hopefully I will read some of them within the next 2 weeks. I'm probably gonna do a follow-up video after we move with some updates, and I'll probably update on which books I actually did read. So stay tuned for that. But I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.